go support the leader footage this time.
Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of U.S. History. Today we have with us a guest, famous historian Joe Hansen here today, and we're going to be summarizing the events of the Watergate scandal that happened during the presidency of Richard Milhouse Nixon. So we're just kind of going to jump in and get some information.
All right, let's do it.
So for the first question I have for you, kind of who was involved, when did it happen, and where did it occur for the Watergate scandal?
Well, there were a number of people that were involved in the Watergate hotel break-in. About 60 to 70 representatives and criminals were either incarcerated, lost their jobs, or resigned as a result of the break-in. It happened in the Watergate National Hotel Complex in Washington, D.C. on the morning of June 17th, 1972.
Okay, awesome. So kind of what happened during the break-in, kind of just the details of what happened.
Well, 5 men were tasked with breaking into the Watergate National Complex and were hired by Nixon's re-election committee. And essentially, their job was to break into the floor that the Democratic National Committee was staying on and would have their meeting, and wiretap as much information and install bugs and take pictures of important documents in order to gather as much information on the Democratic National Committee meeting as possible. And eventually, they ended up being caught by police who found out that there were perpetrators inside the building and were forced to surrender at gunpoint after their attempt had failed.
Okay, wow, interesting. So kind of what was Richard Nixon's kind of part in it, and how did he obstruct justice?
Well, Nixon was one of the main co-conspirators in the Watergate break-in. He was almost one of the head people who authorized it, and being that he is the president, he obviously was one of the most important people to stay out of the way and cut off any ties possible to, his affiliation with the break-in. And so what he did is he tried to use several thousands of dollars in hush money to try and pay people off, to keep them quiet or withhold information on the break-in, and basically cut off any ties that he had to the break-in at all, so that way he could kind of keep his character as a good president.